Alrighty, so before we get started with today's content, I am choosing the 3 winners from my previous video's giveaway. I wanted to stay within the theme because obviously we did a Christmas video. So all 3 Jolly Narwhals that I was able to basically hatch in my Titanic videos, I will be giving away in this video. The only issue is, one of the winners that actually won aren't accepting gifts. So hopefully you're able to turn on your gifts and I'll be able to send this to you, and make sure you guys stay tuned for the next giveaway in this video. As somebody who actively lives inside of the trade plaza, I come across a lot of strange things. Quite recently, I actually decided to go ahead and research a bunch of pets that I kind of found to be a little out there, meaning the prices were a little extreme. But what pet are we going to be speaking about today? And if you actually like these types of videos, my previous upload from yesterday is somewhat similar to this one. However, you are still able to actively hatch this particular pet. So everybody, get ready, get set, and again, do not forget to like the video as it helps me come out with more content like this for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So egg number 44. This holds the holy Egyptian egg. But what is inside of it that is incredibly difficult to get out of this? Even with the 2 game passes that I currently have, and using a bunch of luck books and luck potions, and just in general, any potions that might be able to help me out hatch pets, this is still incredibly difficult to hatch. Today, what we'll be talking about is the Dino Cat. With only 273 in existence in the entire game as a rainbow shiny, you guys can totally understand how hard it is to hatch this. So for this specifically, what we are going to be using are 5 Lucky X books and 3 shiny enchants. Yes, at some point, some of these books actually won't stack up and give you as much as you think they actually would, but because I want to go ahead and cover the empty slots, those are the only items I can actually think of, considering the fact that you will not be able to hatch a huge from this egg. And of course, for the potions, I am going to be using the most recently updated Lucky Potion and the cocktail for this test. Yes, if you decide to go ahead and decide to do this yourself, you are absolutely more than welcome to use the previous potion. You do have a chance of actually getting that potion upgraded to the next tier up if your mastery is high enough. Plus, it'll save you a lot of gems if you decide to go this route. And should you ever choose to get either Game Pass, we're looking at 275 for the regular Lucky Game Pass and for the Ultra Lucky being at 800. Also, just to throw this out there as well, I actually did go ahead and enchant my 5 Lucky X books because of the fact it gives me additional luck on top of it. Now, I want to throw this out there as well. If your enchant mastery is level 99, you will get plus 25% power from the enchants. So we're making everything overpowered at this point to see how many of these we're able to basically get. Okay, so I'm going to be setting up basically for overnight. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep, but I'm going to go ahead and actually equip absolutely everything that we mentioned within this video. And of course, the potions that we also mentioned within this video as well. Okay, so with the enchants, with the potions, even with charged eggs, this is exactly the numerical amount for every single pet that you see here. With the skeleton dragon at the very end telling you that it is 2.2%. Of course, we're not able to tell how rare the actual hatching for the percentage is for the Dino Cat, so that's up in the air in speculation. So while that's actually hatching around in the background, this is not the first time that I decided to go ahead and do this. This video idea has been in the back of my head for about 2 weeks now, and basically one night I decided to go ahead and leave my computer running on for 8 hours, and I ended up coming back to very little Dino Cats. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to actually convert those into golden, and I ended up getting 1 singular rainbow shiny out of it. Remember, this is a very hard egg, even with the game passes and absolutely everything that you have in your hands to basically go ahead and try to get this egg to give you a dino cat. Okay, so after finally waking up, I decided to go ahead and pause this for a second and basically see how many dino cats I was able to hatch within that time period. Now, the recording itself looks like it lasted about under 4 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and convert these, and we're gonna go ahead and see if we're able to get something good. So it looks like I got one golden shiny out of this one, which is really awesome, but are we able to go ahead and get a rainbow shiny from the rest that we currently have? So as you can tell, I am only able to make one. And no, I was not able to make a rainbow shiny. But as you can tell, still, that low value count is still making me a little curious to know what the actual percentage chance is to hatch one of these. Now, of course, just out of sheer curiosity, I do want to see if there's anybody in the trade plaza currently selling any of the variants. It looks like I'm not able to find any of them currently, and this also includes just the regular base one, which is not even inside of the plaza at all, so I'm kind of curious. Now, remember I said 2 weeks ago I kind of had a bit of a revelation based on all of these pets that I just started to notice that had a really low count and a high wrap value? Well, I found the booth that was actually selling the old Christmas pets alongside with the Dino Cat. This person in particular had 45 rainbow shiny Dino Cats. They were actually selling them for 14 million, and if we want to be technical, we'll round it up to 15 million. Now, what interested me the most was seeing that it still said good deal. This person has a great majority of basically the pets that are basically in circulation currently at 45. Then afterwards, I decided to look up the term Shiny Rainbow Dino Cat. This goes all the way up to February of this year. And in that time frame, only 34 were hatched at that time, converted and created into shiny rainbows. That means 239 within that 7-month period took that long, or people just ran out of interest of actually getting these. Now, I do not know off of the top of my head exactly when this was introduced into the game, but I do know for a fact that this was introduced before Masteries was a thing, meaning that this was out last year. So of course, it was a lot more harder to actually get these in general by converting into Golden and Rainbow because we were not given a discount based on our Mastery itself. And egg number 45 is the only egg you're able to hatch this from. I know with a lot of eggs, the most rarest pet within that particular egg will transfer over to the next egg over. However, Dino Cat is not one of them. But what in the world is this worth exactly? So the last wrap that is currently updated is 15.4 million gems. Now, this is concurrent and pretty active. Now, obviously you're able to see the chart here, and this is through the Big Games website. I will be going through a different database as well. Now, it doesn't let me go all the way back when the first one was ever created, but I am able to basically see this entire chart here. You can see that it's climbing in existence and obviously the price, and then it goes back down to a stabilized point. But as time passed, a little bit more here and there started to appear out of nowhere. Alrighty, so for this particular chart, it looks like the popularity of existing pets actually existed basically when summer started, and the same thing goes for the wrap. So obviously as time progressed during summer, it looks like everybody that was wanting to hatch one of these decided to go ahead and go to that egg and see how many they were able to basically hatch. So obviously during that climb, you'll see a lot of these actually just popping up out of nowhere. And I want to say that the mastery is a great influence on this, because without that mastery, this would be a little bit more difficult to do in general. So it looks like it stopped at that 273, but it also stopped at that wrap value of 15 million gems. Personally, I love absolutely finding all of these little details within the game that nobody tends to really notice all that much. Yes, these might be a little bit of a niche, meaning that not everybody's going to want to spend 15 million or even care about pets like these. However, I love finding these little hidden pets that nobody really tends to care about and actually talking about them. For me, I see it as a lot of fun just being able to do all of this. And of course, for a lot of the collectors, the traders, and you guys as fans of my channel, and for the people who might be new to it. But here's today's question for you guys. So, why do you think this might be such a hard egg to basically hatch from? DinoCat has no percentage rate that I know of personally. I've spent 2 nights just basically hatching from the egg, one for 8 hours and for last night for 4.5 hours. And if you guys actually try to hatch one of these, did you have any luck actually getting it? In my next video upload, I will be choosing 2 people to win a huge pet. So make sure you guys leave your comment down below with your Roblox username, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone!